Welcome to the Izzi and Nils show. Today, I want to become an SEO. How to start? I'm done. Come on. You cannot laugh every time.
I don't know. I can't help it. I'm easily amused by your Batman voice.
Oh, then I would talk like this. Should I do it like that?
Yes.
Welcome to the Izzi and Nils show.
That's not Batman.
In this case, I would maybe have something different.
Perfect.
Oh, sorry, I thought that's a song. Wait, I just need to... Maybe this. No. Okay, that's so bad.
It's so bad.
We should add more songs just to surprise you all the time.
Yes. Maybe we should get rid of the piano at some point.
Maybe we should get our own intro. Like, have one made for us.
Oh, let's do that. Can we write a theme song?
Like, really, like, the Izzi and Nils show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Izzi and Nils show.
Yes. And something about your hair.
Yes. He has a beard and she has red hair. He lives in Bali and he does not care. She's in Munich, but she's from Burnley.
Time to get smashed.
This needs to happen.
Yes, we could just use this and put some music under it.
Yes. I think we should also one day have a video show. Because it's fun to see our expressions and our... and stuff like that, where I
so classy.
Move my arms around and knock my microphone over. So, welcome to the episode, I Want to Become an SEO and How Do I Start? Today I'm going to be talking about how I personally started in SEO and how maybe others do it. I want to discuss if SEO is right for you and also if becoming an SEO in 2019, if that makes sense. Also, some fundamental things that you should be learning first and my own personal advice on how you can get started and become an awesome SEO. Yes.
Yeah, so how was your first home office day?
It's good. I don't like home office though. I like being with the people, in the action, and with my triple screens.
Actually, that's the reason.
Yes. I find it so hard to get into the work zone doing home office.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same since I was here. Whenever I'm here, I do one thing per day, which takes maybe 1 hour, and then I'm just being here without working. I'm just sitting at the pool and having my smoothie bowl. Seriously.
Oh my god. I'm actually surprised you're doing 1 hour a day work, to be honest. That's more than I expected.
I'm at a co-working space, so I've been working more than over the last months since I came here.
That's cool.
I didn't really do anything, but still, I worked on something. I feel like my English accent is turning a bit British or Australian because there are so many British and Australian people. So sometimes I feel like I'm saying words in a very weird way.
That's good. As long as you're not sounding American, that's fine.
No, I don't do that.
What?
I try. I'm so bad. I mean, one of my housemates is American. Mm-hmm. He's the nicest person. It's Aaron, and we have a bromance.
Oh, I love bromances.
Yes, I was already lying on his lap, and he was stroking my hair. I have to tell you a very sad story that just happened 20 minutes ago.
Oh, I don't like sad stories.
Me neither, but I have to tell you.
Okay.
So I can work on my pain.
Oh.
So there are stray dogs in Bali, a lot of them. Mm-hmm. And we had a super cute dog baby that was...
a puppy?
Oh, no, it's not this sad. It didn't die. But a puppy that was with its mom, and it was the only one left because all the others died. And now Arlette, which is at our co-working space, she's from France, obviously, and she took the baby home today. I saw her when she took it because otherwise it would just die. So it's okay that she took it, but then I saw the mom that has just lost its last baby,
Oh my
and she was
God.
walking around super stressed, like doing the what dogs do
Mhm.
with their tongue out. I don't know the English word. And
Panting.
yeah, she was panting and looking for a baby everywhere, and that was so heartbreaking. And I saw it, and I almost cried.
Oh my
It was
God.
really not nice.
That's
Yeah,
way sadder than I expected.
sorry.
So you took the puppy away from the mom to give it a better upbringing than it would have had with the mom, maybe.
We didn't take it. Alette
Oh.
did. Oh, we also named the puppy, and because here we have a thing for calling every animal a French name, because it's great when you scream the name, like Coco Chanel. And yeah, so we named the puppy Coco Chanel.
Oh.
And we also have a really annoying cat at our home, and it's meowing all day when you see her, and when you take her on your arm, like when you lift her, she
Mhm.
stops meowing. And when you didn't I send you the video?
No.
Oh, I wanted to. And yeah, when you put her down, she starts meowing immediately, and we called her Catastrophe
Oh.
because it's a cat and it's really annoying, so she's called Catastrophe.
So needy.
Yes. I'm just checking the light.
You don't need to look fabulous for our podcast. No one will see
But
you.
I do.
Of course.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't have to, but you do.
How was your date?
Which one?
I don't know. All of them?
This isn't for the recording, right?
No, it's not.
Could be a nice weekly segment for the show. How is Izzy's dating life? The really
Yes.
fun, depressing part of the show.
Can I make the cut here so we have at least this one, this part,
Okay.
without all the dirty details?
Okay. Anyway, let's get started.
I just have one more information.
Mm-hmm.
So I have one housemate, and yesterday when I woke up, he was lying in the pool on our floaty with a glass of wine, and today his body is so burned, like his full front is super red. It's seriously as red as your hair. It's just red, and his belly button is totally white from the inside. It looks really weird because he was having his glass on there all the time.
Is he British? He sounds British.
No, he's American.
Oh, okay. Same whiteness then.
Yes, he's a ginger. So
oh, okay. That's everything.
you can relate.
Yes, I can.
Oh no, you cannot relate. You're not a ginger, you just pretend.
Oh my
God. Should I cut this out so no one knows you're not really red?
Yes, they can't know my secret.
But what about Icy Izzy?
Izzy on ice.
With the white hair.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's cool too. You were the one who told me not to do it. Yeah.
I don't think so.
You did. Like when I showed it you at Halloween, you were like, that's cool, but you shouldn't do that permanently because it will kill your hair.
Oh yeah, because that's true. From a hairdresser's perspective, you shouldn't do it.
It's gonna kill my hair.
You could just wear your wig all day.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Good.
Okay. So maybe it's useful for people to know how I got started in SEO because I am still quite new to this. I always say that I'm new to SEO. I've been working in it for 4 years now, and compared to many other people, that is quite new. I meet SEOs at events who have been doing it for 10, 15 years, maybe more, which is...
But isn't it always changing? So it doesn't really matter if you've been working there for 20 years or for 5, because basically today you know the same stuff. You just might have more experience from things that don't matter anymore.
I think so. The people I meet who have like tons and tons of experience, they came from maybe web development backgrounds or from affiliate marketing backgrounds. So they have like really good understanding of websites technically, because SEO in the past used to just be like coming from, front end, back end, whatever. So you do have that standpoint also in terms of like the history of SEO, the bad stuff, and hopefully you know the good stuff as well. So adapting your techniques to be less black hat than the past. Yeah.
Yes.
Um,
Ooh, you could wear your wig and then say you're so white hat.
I could. I'll do that at the next conference.
Is it the one in London?
No, my next talk.
What's SMX?
SMX Munich, yes.
Yes.
Woohoo. So I started in SEO just as an intern at Sixt. I think internships are great ways to get into a career. Doesn't matter how old you are. But what helped me get the position was the fact that I have a background in writing and journalism. So I studied journalism, and this gave me like good skills for things like analysis, content creation. I had to study trends, like what was popular to write about, and then using outreach, which is quite like overlapping to some SEO skills and requirements. But also I taught myself web design, and I worked a lot with WordPress as a CMS. So this gave me like some good technical foundation of how websites are built and how they work, so that when I learned about things like website crawling and indexing, I already had some kind of understanding of that as well.
When you say web design, do you mean HTML, CSS, or do you really mean designing as well, like Photoshop and so on?
Both. So I also studied photography, so I had a good Photoshop knowledge.
Okay, you know everything. We get it.
Yes. No, absolutely not. I taught myself basic HTML and CSS to tweak things. And I mean, you know my level. It's okay, but it's not like incredible.
Maybe not from the crafty perspective, from the creative perspective, you're pretty far.
Thank you. So the point is not to make me feel good about my skill. The point is SEOs come from a large spectrum of different backgrounds, and it's not as if you need to study search engine optimization as a bachelor's degree, which isn't, very accessible right now. But I meet people from offline marketing backgrounds, from other digital marketing backgrounds, but also completely different. And yeah, doesn't have to be super overlapping. It just helps if you have a basic understanding of those things.
Today, in a world where it's kind of important to have a broad skill set when you work in digital marketing, would you recommend just specializing in SEO in 2019 or not?
I still think it's a very important specialization to learn, also as a job. So becoming like an SEO marketer rather than just an online marketer, because I think SEO is quite special in the way it has so many like touch points and overlaps with other disciplines, other online marketing channels, I think more so than other ones. So I think SEO is like a great gateway drug into the world of online marketing and web development. It's like a perfect combination of creativeness and technical knowledge.
Are you promoting drugs here?
Yes. No.
Okay, continue.
SEO as a drug, the best drug. Yeah. But
if you haven't tried the others. No. No, we don't do drugs.
We don't.
I didn't say this.
Wait, does caffeine count?
Yes. And tein.
Tein.
Like what's in tea?
Caffeine.
No, it's not caffeine.
Yes, caffeine is in tea.
You have coffeine and tein.
Who told you
Seriously?
That? I need to Google this. Yes, there's caffeine in tea.
Can you search for tein?
I don't know how to spell that.
Teeen in German.
Oh, caffeine or tein. What's the difference? I'll look at this another time. I still think you're wrong.
Yes. Great.
So I think in SEO, you have to pick up skills like technical knowledge that's required for working with your developers in order to build faster, more crawler-friendly, understandable websites. And this is such a valuable skill, not just for SEO. and can lead to positions maybe in development or as a product owner. So even though you're starting in SEO, it's still going to teach you a lot of skills and requirements that you need for other positions as well.
I mean, in a corporate world, yes.
Yes.
But what if someone decides just to be an SEO consultant and they just do SEO? Do you think this happens as well from working with teams?
Well, I think if you want to be a good SEO, then you need to know all these overlapping skills required, or else you're not going to succeed. So you need to know also about paid marketing, you need to understand analytics, you need Crow and UX knowledge to do a good job. So it's no longer just one skill is SEO. SEO is a collection of many skills, and how you apply it in your optimization work is where it gets harder, you know? So it's not just about like learning all these skills, you also need to implement them. And that's why I think you can't just become an SEO consultant without having any experience. Maybe you have like researched all the knowledge behind it, but you have to understand how it works in practice.
How would you recommend people do this? So imagine someone's listening right now and they just started, like they stopped their job at the restaurant because they want to work in digital marketing. And where do they get this knowledge from? Like, where should they start?
So it's also a process of learning and reading and listening to podcasts like the Izzi and Nils show, of course.
And sharing it with your friends.
Yes.
And giving it a good review on iTunes.
Yes. But I think a great way of learning about SEO is building your own website, your own site to test and learn all the fundamentals on. So this can just be a WordPress site, but ideally I would recommend like completely from scratch. So you're putting all the code together yourself, all the design, all the functionality. Of course, that requires more of a web development background. So WordPress or different CMS systems. I hate saying content management systems.
That's fine.
Then you can really start piecing together the knowledge that you have picked up on and putting it into practice. And you can learn how web pages work, so the fundamentals of SEO, the meta attributes, creating navigations, creating content, making pages indexable or non-indexable. Yeah, and it's one thing to read about it, but actually doing it is where you start properly learning. Thank you for yawning. That's so nice of you. And then also...
That's so boring.
You're so boring.
No, I'm kidding.
And then once you've set up your site, you can start doing things like implementing tracking, which is, you know, a huge thing in itself, but very important to know. And then digging into Search Console data to see how the search engine crawlers are interacting with your website, if they can render the code that you create, how well you're ranking for your focus keywords, if people are clicking. And that is going to open so many more doors of knowledge. Like, okay, it says my page isn't mobile friendly. So then I need to go and learn how to make my web page mobile friendly. And it's like a stepping stone.
You're making this all up from your head, or do you have notes?
I have some notes. Why? Is it really messy?
No, because it's very unmessy.
Oh, good.
Because it's... I'm impressed.
Thank you.
By this answer.
Good. But
I cannot always insult you.
No.
I also have to make some compliments.
Does it make sense, though?
Yes, it makes sense.
Good.
Of course. Yeah, I 100% agree.
Good.
And it's. I mean, I never tried to learn SEO because I'm like, it's not my topic.
Mm-hmm.
But by doing all of this stuff, like building your own website and so on, what you just said.
Yes.
Yeah, you kind of get a feeling for it, and there's no way to get around it.
Exactly.
It's vice versa.
Yes.
It's in both directions.
Exactly. I heard about a really cool competition that Searchmetrics did internally for all their non-SEOs to learn about SEO. They were given like a keyword that no one had ever searched for before, and everyone had to build their own.
Like what?
I can't remember now. It was something German.
Let's make something up now.
Okay. Nils Kattau is the best. That was the keyword that
Yeah,
no
no one would
one,
search that.
yeah, no one ever searches for, no one ever tried to rank for because it's completely incorrect.
Okay. I feel like we're having a fight today.
Oh, no.
It's okay.
Here's my
Bitch.
heart. It's all about the banter. Anyway, so all of the non-SEOs had to create websites and rank highest for this keyword, and like the creativity behind it seemed really awesome. Like everyone was trying out different methods, and it got all of the non-SEO people like more deeper into this topic and better understanding the efforts that goes into it.
It's a nice way to do it.
Yeah,
It's a very playful way
it is.
that I'm sure many people appreciated. What a nice move of Search Metrics.
Yes.
Link in the description, Malte.
Generally, so yeah, you mentioned that you never were interested in learning about SEO, and that's fine. I don't think SEO is for everyone. I think it's a lot of learning that goes into it, and even once you reach a good level, like in your career, and you think, okay, I know quite a lot now, so like myself, I'm speaking on stages, so I must have some kind of knowledge.
Maybe.
But you have to keep recognizing that there is so much more to learn, and things keep changing. You have to study the changes algorithmically, and also in terms of, you know, what is becoming more important, what is becoming less important. And yeah, it doesn't stop, which is cool, but you have to be sort of dedicated to this.
Yeah, you have to love it.
You do.
You will not be finished at any point. So it's what I said earlier, it's always changing.
Yeah.
And what you knew 5 years ago mustn't be true anymore, or not necessarily.
Exactly. And some of the best SEOs I meet, who I think are the best, so not by list articles and stuff, but
because you're on there,
no.
of course it's not true.
No, I mean, because yeah, the best people that I meet are the ones that keep challenging it and they keep pushing themselves to learn more. And I see a big difference in like 9 to 5 SEOs and full-time SEOs. So the ones that are really writing, tweeting about it, testing stuff just to learn more, and the ones that go to the office, do their job and leave.
Who's your favorite go-to person that we should make Izzi Nils show famous today?
I have quite a few SEOs, favorite SEOs.
We can link to them.
Okay. In terms of like technical knowledge, I really love Barry Adams and Aleida Solis. They work so hard in publishing a lot of awesome resources out there. Tom Anthony for being like so experimentative with these things. And who else? Oh, I know we mention him a lot, but Malta is a really cool resource of data nerdy goodness.
I thought you would say a resource of dating.
Ooh. Yes.
So I think he's still single. So if anyone is interested, link in the description.
Nice. Yep. He might hate us for that.
That's fine.
And who else? There's many. My mind has just gone blank now.
It's fine. I'm sure. I mean, of course, what do you have in your mouth?
I had a hair in my mouth.
Ooh.
I know.
No, I mean, of course, you can never mention everyone when you think about this, and some people will feel offended now for not being mentioned.
That's true.
But that's fine.
Yeah.
It's just some people get in your head faster.
But
that's what she said.
That's a good one. Nice. Yeah, I will mention it later, but there is so many cool and inspirational SEOs out there that you can learn from. And I like to do that mostly on Twitter, because even though Twitter is kind of dying in the SEO scene, it still seems very much alive. So you can learn a lot from them there. Also, I think like a good soft skill you kind of need to be a good SEO is patience, because things take time to implement. It takes time to see effects from what you're doing. And this can get really frustrating when you make a lot of changes and nothing happens. Or let's say you need technical resources to build stuff. So you want to do like create a new website. This takes a lot of time, and patience in SEO really is a virtue. Like you need this to get by because, yeah, I said because a lot then, but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
I think if you're more of like a pure input and instant output person,
then you should do conversion optimization.
conversion
because you can see
optimization, yes.
instantly what happens.
Yes. And also the paid online marketing, so PPC, SEA, affiliate marketing. Then you have like also pure numbers. You are treated by real tracking and can see the output almost instantly of what you do.
That's, by the way, the reason why I don't personally like to do SEO, because I'm a fan of seeing instant results and
Yes.
and being able to determine what had any effects and how big these effects were.
Yeah.
And in SEO, it's always it's a bit the typical fortune teller thing where you look in the glass ball.
Yeah.
What's it called in English?
The crystal
Is it glass
ball.
ball? Oh yeah.
It's crystal.
And yes, I have crystal balls. Sorry, I don't.
Nice.
They're made of flesh and sperm. Sorry. It's late here. Okay.
Okay. Yes. Crystal balls.
Yeah. So with SEO, it's even if you do something that has an effect, you can never be 100% sure that it was because of this. Maybe just something was changed on the search engines, and how do you know?
Exactly.
So it's really meh. So for me, it was always the way that analytics, conversion optimization, where you can really see the real time data. That's what makes me horny.
That's nice. And yeah, I think that's one of the hardest points of SEO is being unable to tell exactly what had an impact, if it was you, if it was a competitor dropping, if it was Google's algorithm change. It's really hard to say, but as time goes on, you get better in terms of, well, SEO testing, so split testing and things in order to see impacts on rankings, rather than just rolling out a change and saying, maybe that improved rankings, maybe not. That's kind of a frustration.
Gotta love the hustle.
You do. It's exciting. And I love the fact in SEO you just don't spend any money, or not much money compared to other paid channels. And as I don't like sending invoices and dealing with cash money, I'm happy that it's unpaid.
That's very cash money of you.
Yes. No, really, I'm so bad with money, so I'm just so happy that I don't have to spend anything.
Yeah. I mean, of course, it's different for the company that pays the agency that does SEO or that pays the employees, because it's still an investment.
Yes.
But yeah, of course, I mean, you still need the manager also for your paid channels, and then you pay the manager and the channel.
Yes. So basically, there's a lot more cost in the other channels.
Yes. And as soon as you turn them off, they're just gone, and SEO keeps being there, at least for a while, depending on what you did.
Yeah.
And depending on how life changes.
That's true. You always have to remember about future-proofing in SEO, so keeping stuff running and going to be, let's say, effective in the future if things change. Yeah,
and being all about doing the right things.
Yes.
Like don't do some shady stuff that might get you somewhere short term but will mess everything up long term.
Yes, exactly. And that's why I think also patience is such an important skill, because maybe there is a small drop one week and you're like, oh shit, let's change everything, let's invest in a lot of backlinks, and then you could see next week like an uptick in your rankings, but over the course of time this isn't effective anymore and things start declining. So you have to learn, okay, just make important decisions based on future impact as well.
Yeah, and have an eye on your competition, because maybe your ranking drops is just some short boost that they got because they got featured on TV or whatever.
Yeah, all sorts of factors. Yeah.
Should I ask if you have some personal...
Yes, you can do that.
What do I ask?
Like, if I have any personal advice from my experience for people starting in SEO.
Do you have any personal advice from your experience for people who are just starting out with SEO? I just made this question up in my mind.
That's really nice. That's such a good question. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, so I mentioned quite a lot about patience, but that was my first step. So learn how to be patient. But we covered that because, yeah, SEO takes so much time and dedication and patience. I think if a site is starting out from the beginning of SEO, it's going to take months to see, like a lot of impact or like a good impact. And for larger sites, it will seem like all of your changes have no impact whatsoever. So be patient, keep an eye, just make sure that nothing horrific is going on there. And I think during the learning process, my tip would be to keep documenting everything that you test, everything that you learn, either like as a diary, so like a written diary, typed, not like a
So romantic.
Yeah, not like a dear diary. Today I learned
Yes.
about structured data. It's amazing. Wow. Or you can use like Trello boards to track your personal development. And I think this is very useful because something that you learn in an early stage will also be important at a later stage. And you can look back and, sort of, I don't know where I was going with that.
But I can say something. So if you don't know what Trello is, you should listen to episode number 12, where we're talking about our favorite marketing tools, and Trello is one of them. And the other ones are more advanced.
Yes.
And special.
But also useful for SEOs. But yeah, anyway, it's really nice to see that learning curve when you're documenting everything. And as Nils knows, it's very important when testing to document everything.
Talking about my nose.
As you know.
I know, I was just being stupid.
Okay. Yes.
I was trying to make a bad joke.
It was a bad joke, but it's late there.
I know.
So.
It was seriously bad. It was, I think, the worst joke of the week, but it's only Monday, so it's okay.
It's going to stay the worst joke of the week throughout the week.
Probably.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yes. So yeah, keep a track of all those changes and tests and impacts so that you can look back and see what happened and what worked. I do this still to this day. I make track of everything that I do, and I still look back on old documentations that I wrote 3 years ago. So it's useful.
Do you use Trello, or where do you write it down?
So I actually use now Slack to document everything because with the paid Slack you can find stuff, but I would recommend Trello.
So you're texting yourself,
yes.
Or have your own channel where? Oh yeah.
I text myself, and
because no one else wants
No,
to.
exactly. I just have to send myself messages. It really makes people laugh when I'm in a meeting and I'm sharing my screen and I pull up my personal Slack chat. It's like, that's so sad, Izzi. No, it's cool.
And all the hearts coming from you.
Hey, Izzi, you look beautiful today. Oh, thank you, Izzi. You too.
Hey, Izzi, happy Valentine's Day.
Oh.
And then getting flowers from a stranger.
Yes. It's funny because it's true.
Did you send yourself flowers on Valentine's Day?
That was a joke. I wouldn't do such a thing.
Okay.
It was,
of course not.
It was all of my many admirers that sent me flowers, of course.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Did you get any?
No.
I will send some next year.
Thank you. Did you get any?
You're welcome. Actually, yes.
No way.
I got a rose. I think I told you, I don't know if it was in a podcast or wherever, but I got a rose from a stranger 10 minutes before midnight on February 13th when I was in Thailand.
Yes. You put this on your Instagram story.
Yes. Because I was very proud of being the girl of the night.
Of course.
I got my rose before all the girls.
So fuck you, girls. I win.
Exactly. Yeah.
Another advice from me is to really question everything that you read and hear, because There are many great advice articles and case studies out there that help us, learn more and understand more about SEO. But rather than just applying those changes based on good performance on other sites, is maybe not the best fit for your website, because it always depends on your setup, on your product. So make sure that you question everything that you hear.
And that's the same in every marketing discipline.
Yeah, exactly. But it's
so don't just trust people.
Yeah. And I see a lot of people taking the word of Google as like the pure highest word and truth. I think the Google guys do an amazing job at helping us find the right direction in terms of, site understanding and everything, but always double check and test that before really applying those learnings to the whole website.
How would you recommend to test that when it takes so long to see an effect? Would you just wait the time till you see if it... I mean, I think it's okay as long as your rankings just shouldn't drop. It's okay if they stay the same. They don't necessarily need to be improved to decide for or against something.
Well, I mean, let's take, for example, the hypotheses that having rich snippets will improve your CTR, your click-through rate. So having rich results.
I mean, that's no-brainer.
Actually, no, because some...
Oh, no, right. Yeah. Because people could just not click because they are not interested, because they already get the answer in the search results.
Exactly. It depends on what kind of rich result. Also, maybe your target audience doesn't like those star ratings from a review rich snippet. Maybe it looks spammy. Maybe it looks like an ad. So always test that. I mean, it worked out for me and my websites, but for you, maybe not.
I just spilled and I hit my nipple.
Ooh, now you have a wet nipple.
It looks like I'm lactating.
Yes. That's a nice word for you to know.
Thank you.
Is it the same in German?
I've learned it on Pornhub.
Oh my god.
I think that's actually true. No, in German we don't say lactating.
Okay, not lactation.
Why do you say... Ooh, you're on Pornhub.
Oh, yeah, but not watching lactation videos.
Yeah, me neither. Okay, it's good. Just ads.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Come on. I'm not weird.
Right.
With my search queries on there.
Right.
Have you seen the live stream that they had with the mothers of the founders?
No.
It was really funny because they were having a live ticker of search queries happening on Pornhub. And then I'm not sure if it was the mothers of the founders, but it was two elder women. You would say gilfs.
Gilfs.
I mean, no, they were not hot. They were just old and super funny, and they were drinking rosé or prosecco or something and commenting on all the search queries that they saw. So it was really, I mean, not all of them, but they just picked some, and it was really funny.
That sounds like my perfect night in just watching all the incoming searches on Pornhub and commenting on them.
That's, by the way, why I kind of want to work there.
Yeah.
Just to get this data.
It would be so fun to have all that data.
It would be the dream.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, but yeah, let's continue. We drifted away there.
Just a little bit. And my tip in the beginning would be to focus on one specialization of SEO. So really become an expert in one field. Like, of course, understand the fundamentals of other areas as well, but find what you're best at and what value you can bring to your team or to your consulting work, and really, become an expert in that area. And then you can...
Do you have some examples for fields? I mean, structured data, obviously, but do you have others?
Yes, so things like mobile SEO, page speed, JavaScript SEO, seasonality SEO, local SEO, content, keyword research. That's a bit of a small one, but yeah, you get the point, right? Tools as well, like maybe you're an expert on how all the tools work and you know every feature of the tools. So yeah. And once you've become really specialized in one field, that will help you then broaden out your knowledge and become an expert in other fields too.
surprised you didn't hit your microphone when you said broaden out
I
with your
did.
arms.
I moved the thing
I know
in
you
front.
hit it slightly. Yes. But I thought it would fall again.
I'm so energetic with my
Yes.
arms.
So strong.
Yeah. And my final tip is to...
With your flappy hands.
Yeah, so flappy. Like one of those inflatable arm tube
Yes,
men.
Yes.
That's why we need to record this.
I know. You mean the video?
Yeah. Okay. Then my final point is just always recognize that there is more to learn. Even once you've reached 10, 15 years in the industry, or you've become like super knowledgeable on one field, remember that SEO is always changing and you're never an expert. Truly, you have to keep learning. Would you disagree?
No. I would never disagree with your advice.
Really?
No.
You did.
Actually, I'm not. I think you're kind of smart, so it's fine.
Kind of. Thank you.
I mean, I would, of course, question things
Good.
as you would recommend,
Yes.
but I wouldn't assume you're wrong.
Good.
If you're wrong, I'll make fun of you.
You should. And
I will. That's what friends are for.
Yeah, exactly. Also, if people think I'm wrong or if they agree with me, they can tweet to me at #Izzi Nils show. But only if you agree with me.
Or even at symbol Izzi on fire.
Yes, that's my handle.
Because if they disagree, I don't want to be in this conversation.
Oh, I hope they don't disagree. But I'm always happy to hear constructive criticism to the shit that I say.
Of course.
Yeah. Even though this is completely free and done on my own time, my own good time.
Didn't your tweet go viral a few days ago or a few weeks ago? This one where you had all the reactions, like a few hundred on Twitter, which is insane on Twitter.
Yeah, it was good. Especially because I have only like 1,000 followers. Yeah, I was tweeting about the CTR discussions in the SEO industry. Yeah. Because...
How many reactions and shares did it get? And don't tell me you don't know, because I'm pretty sure you
don't know. I'm checking now.
Okay.
It got 2 retweets this morning, so it's still going, even though it was like 2 weeks ago. So 500 likes, 106 retweets.
That's a lot.
That's good. But what I said needed to be said.
Of course. If you want to read it, check out her Twitter.
Yes.
And follow
me. Yeah. Speaking...
And me while you're on it.
And
for no reason.
At Nils Kattau. Just because he's my friend and, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for getting me on your fame train.
You're way more famous than I am. Maybe not on Twitter.
Not on Twitter.
That's true. So some resources of learning more. I think Twitter is a good place to start. So following all the really active SEOs out there who share a lot, write a lot, and just generally comment on things. And most of them are super friendly and they respond to questions and things if you are looking for advice. But don't go too crazy. Like, I see people really asking a lot from people on Twitter, and the advice you want back, maybe it's worth a lot of money. Do you know what I mean, Nils?
So don't be like, hey, can you look at my site and give me a full audit?
Yes,
please?
Exactly.
Yes, that happens to me sometimes on Facebook, and I'm always like, yeah, we can talk about how much this will be, and they're like, no, I don't want to pay for it. Can you just take a look? Then I'm really offended, and I really think, what the fuck is wrong with you? Your parents failed. No, seriously, I really...
It's not cool from people. I mean, I really love people asking me questions, you know, where I can give advice on, but expecting someone to spend like 1 hour, 2 hours when you're a consultant is, you know.
Yes. No, of course. I mean, if there are short questions and they're just saying, hey, like if the questions are specific, then I'm happy to help if I have the time. But if it's just, hey, can you take a look at my site and tell me what I should change? Then I'm like, no, do your homework and then, or pay me for doing your homework.
Yeah.
So, sorry for my rage, but I'm a bit annoyed by those people.
I think a lot of people get annoyed by this. Also, I really love seeing some of the questions that get asked to John Muller on Twitter. So he's a Googler that gives advice to webmasters and SEOs, but he gets really hilarious questions, and I feel quite bad for him sometimes. Like this morning, I saw someone tweet to him like, "What does Google mean by good content?" And
can you please write an essay about that, John?
Can you tell me how to get rankings in the Google, please, John? Yeah, in the Google.
That's nice.
But yeah, John is generally very, very helpful. So good job, John. Also, I think in terms of guides and how-tos, like really for beginners, I would recommend Moz. They have the fundamental guides to technical SEO and beginners SEO, and that's the first piece of content I read on SEO before I started, and they update it often, and it's really useful and easy to understand.
By the way, we will link to all the things we mention here, so just go to izinilsshow.com.
Yes.
Find the episode and then see the links in the description.
Yes. If you want more of a challenge, try the Technical SEO Expert Challenge. This is hard for, I think, many SEOs. And basically, it's a site created by the great Alexis Sanders about you have to solve technical SEO questions and challenges to get through to the next step, to the next page. And it's based on the matrix, so it's also pretty mindfucky, but it involves a lot of digging around the source code, investigating the robots.txt, and I won't give any spoilers away because you need to try it yourself, but that's really cool on, mastering technical SEO.
It's like a game.
Mm-hmm. It's
Did you beat it?
Not yet. I'm on like step 12, I think. And I got really angry and rage quit. But I am not a technical SEO expert. So. But it was, really cleverly well done. And I think there's 3 of them now.
I've never heard of this.
Because you're not a SEO.
I know. Rub it in the wound.
But you just said you don't want to be an SEO.
I know.
Good. And I think a great resource of learning is the Izzi and Nils show, because we make you laugh while you're learning, so it doesn't feel like such a chore.
Learning and laughing.
Yes. Laughing and learning.
I'm actually curious how many people laugh while listening to this and how many just do eye rolling all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess those would never listen again.
Maybe.
I think we have some hardcore fans.
We do. Also, being mentioned in these really cool roundup articles recently, and people kept saying how hilarious the show is, and I thought that was so cool.
Yes,
it's so amazing.
I'm very happy you are on these lists, not only because you deserve it, but
thank you.
All the accolade, that means praise. We just Googled it. Means, I mean, it's all yours. It's all your doing, your praise, and still our show benefits from it. So it's nice for me just sitting here doing nothing apart from doing the show and cutting.
Yeah, you do a lot for the show. Come on.
Yeah, but it's still cool that, I mean, you get on there for different reasons, not for the show. I mean, maybe the show is a part of it because it's a way of sharing the knowledge.
Yes, and I think it's like a good edge because it's more accessible than just conference talks that not everyone can attend, but a podcast everyone can listen to.
Yes. Yeah. Do it.
One of the articles...
No, but sorry, but what I wanted to say is I'm actually curious how many people laugh and how many people don't. I'm not sure, first of all, if people listen to the full episode, because we don't see this in the statistics. I guess many do when they're just, I don't know, listening while driving or while being on public transport or working. But if you're listening to this right now, then I would find it super interesting if you could tweet to us at #IzzyNilsShow and saying, I laugh or I do eye rolling. So that would be interesting. So we see if you are funny or if you're super boring.
Maybe we could set up a poll as well on Twitter.
Yes, we could.
But then I'm afraid of people mostly saying that they only eye roll, and then we'll just have this survey with the public results for everyone to see.
I would probably click eye rolling just because it's more funny.
Don't do that.
I'm sorry. No, let's wait for the tweets.
Yes.
And we will create a poll for another thing in the future.
Oh, one of the articles I was mentioned in said I was the free spirit of SEO, and it warmed my heart so much because that's what I go for. I don't give a fuck about what people think.
Was it the e-consultancy one?
No, it was on authoritas.com.
All right, yeah. Also, I'm so proud of you that you're on e-consultancy. That was like 10 years or 12 years ago when I was getting into these pages. They were already there and they were already huge. They're always selling these huge reports that you can buy for a ridiculous amount of money. It's really cool that they mentioned you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Oh,
you're welcome.
I'm so blushing right now. Thank you.
I can see it because you wear no makeup.
Yes.
But you're a natural beauty.
Thank you, Nils.
You're welcome.
You too. Nice Bali vest.
Okay. So instead of saying thanks everyone for listening, I will say this as well. So thanks everyone for listening. But thanks, Izzi, for sharing all of this. It was a nice episode, I think. I learned something.
Oh, good.
I really appreciated it. And yeah, I hope some people out there who want to start out becoming an SEO, if you're working in your shitty 9-to-5 job that you don't like right now, maybe that's something that you can do in the future. And maybe this episode will help you getting started. I hope so. And yeah, if you liked what you heard, please follow us on Spotify, iTunes. Give us a 5-star rating on iTunes if you don't mind. And visit izzinilsshow.com to see all of our episodes, or visit us on Spotify, iTunes, wherever. And on our website, I'm getting back and forth here. And on izzinilsshow.com, you can find our different platforms where we are hosting the show, where you can listen to it. Yeah, please tweet to us at #IzziNilsShow if you have anything to add, if you disagree with anything, if you want to insult Izzi.
No.
Or
praise me.
Oh yeah, if you want to praise her.
And you,
then
of course.
I didn't do anything today. So yeah. And I think that's it. And you will now hear music with the voice of Izzi.
This is the wrong music.
Just kidding. Okay, ready?
Thank you for listening to the Izzi and Nils show. Join us next time to hear about I want to become a CRO. How do I do that?
That means conversion optimization guy.
Dude.
Or girl.
Person.
Dude. Or conversion optimizer.
Conversion rate optimizer, to be specific.
Though conversion rate optimization is not really the right word, it's more conversion optimization.
Why?
But we will explain next week
why
that is the case.
I'm excited.
Yes. I always get sad with this song. This part, it reminds me of Secret of Mana. You know this game?
No.
On Nintendo, Super Nintendo. It was really nice. And
I don't think I played
whenever
that.
you played this and you got kicked out of your village, then there was a super sad song about the legend of the hero who saved the Mana land by killing the dragon. And maybe we should stop this. Are you crying or laughing?
Both.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Goodbye.
Bye.
I will cut this out, but I told you about the rib muscles. Do you see those?
No.